Hi, welcome to CNY Woman Knits and Crochets. I'm Mindy, your hostess, otherwise known as Knitter CNY. You can find me as Knitter CNY on both Ravelry and Instagram. I usually post all my projects to Instagram and then document them on Ravelry. So if you're looking for a specific pattern, I usually tend to use free patterns or free tutorials from YouTube, so you can look there and kind of see what I've done. I am buckle in. We're going to have a full podcast today. I'm going to let you know what's gone in my personal life a little bit first so that you can understand why the podcast is so full, and then we will talk about yarn acquisitions, finished objects, and projects, works in progress, WIPS that I'm working on right now. Personally, I underwent bariatric surgery on September 17th. I had a gastric bypass. I am working with a team of doctors. We've done really well with that. I've stuck to the diet. It's a lifelong change. It is not just a temporary fix for weight loss. I've been in this process over 9 months to get to this point and to have the surgery, and I have my team behind me at the doctor's office who are helping me through every step of the way. So I'm very grateful for that. And so I'm getting used to the new portion sizes, which are much smaller, getting used to the water requirements, which are 64 ounces a day, a couple of protein shakes a day. My small meals are 2 ounces right now. That'll increase gradually as I get off this post-op diet, because right now I'm healing up. So I need to have those small portions of things like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, sugar-free pudding, unsweetened applesauce. Not a very exciting diet, but it works for healing up. The other thing that has happened in my life that you should know about is that my place of employment is no longer my place of employment. I won't go into too much detail because nobody really cares. I filed for unemployment. I live in New York State, so I've filed for unemployment with New York State. I'm actively looking for a job. I have been looking for a job for a couple months now. I felt well enough 1 week post-op without pain pills at all that I was able to drive to a job fair and pass out some resumes there, but I'm using a couple online search engines, job apps to look for jobs, and I'm getting looked at. Hopefully we'll get some more interviews, so we'll see how that goes. So there won't be any more yarn acquisitions for a while. As you may have noticed, I went a little berserko with buying blanket yarn this year, a lot of yarn for blankets. So I have a lot of yarn for blankets, so I don't have to buy yarn. In fact, my dining room is full of yarn. My bedroom closet is full of yarn. So I've got enough yarn to work on my blankets. For those of you who are just tuning in and watching, I donate my blankets to my local Project Linus chapter. They do a pickup at my local Joann's, so it's really easy for me because it's 10 minutes away from me to drop off at Joann's. There is a blanket event that I think I'm going to be going to next Saturday, October 5th, at one of the libraries around here. It'll be a little bit of a hike for me, but I kind of want to meet the coordinator and talk with her and make sure I'm doing the right stuff. They haven't said anything that it's not right, but you know, my blankets tend to be crocheted and knitted. A lot of the blankets are actually quilted. So, you know, I do my thing and I turn the blankets in and nobody's complained, so I think I'm okay. So that's what's going on with me. So I'm having a lot more crafting time at home. because it doesn't take that long to look for a job online when you have a job search engine or a job app. And I have a resume that's all made. I had a friend who taught me how to use Canva and said, here, use this for your resume. And I did, and saved it as a PDF. So now I have a PDF resume to send out very easily. So you didn't come here for personal stuff, but I wanted to explain a little bit about what's going on. If you're a praying person, pray I get a job. If you're just a good vibes person, good thoughts person, I would appreciate those too. And of course, I just dropped what I was going to work on, but I was just dropped what I was going to show, but that's okay. This yarn acquisitions come first because that's the closest thing to me. I got this from Mary Maxim. Now consider these purchases are about 2 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, when I still had a job, so who knew. Bernat Wavelength. This color, I believe, is called Soda Light. Orange Soda Light. So you can kind of see all those colors there. And this yarn is a number 5 bulky weight. It is 5 ounces, 140 grams, 223 yards, 204 meters. And it is 100% acrylic. And it is soft. It reminds me a lot of Puzzle. That's why I bought it. And the fact it was $3.99 a ball. So I bought 4 balls. So it would be about equivalent to my 3 balls of Puzzle that I always buy for my corner to corner blankets. I do corner to corner blankets with Puzzle because it really shows off the color variation in the yarn. It's a really easy pattern for me to do, and it doesn't take a whole lot of time to do it. It takes me about a week and a half when I was working, week and a half to 2 weeks to do a blanket. So that's Orange Soda Light. That is currently still on sale at Mary Maxim. There's another blanket yarn that was on sale at Mary Maxim, my Premier Puzzle. And this color is called Seashore. You can kind of see it has kind of a beigey white color in there, cream color, and then some blues in there that are done. 328 yards, 300 meters, 7 ounces, 200 grams, 100% acrylic, 5 bulky weight, and it is tested and approved against 350 harmful substances. So that makes a really nice yarn to use for blankets for kids with Project Linus. That's one of the reasons I chose it. And then I watched one Yarn Addict, and he was always raving about Puzzle, and it was available in my Walmart for a pretty cheap price, so I bought it. This I had a coupon for, and I think I had free shipping. I can't remember, but it came out to be like $15 for 3 skeins, which is a pretty good price. So I have 3 skeins of that. I'm just gonna kind of drop things here in front of me so we can move on. The next thing I got is from Walmart. It is Premier Puzzle. Again, the stats are the same as the last yarn, so I'm not going to read it to you. This color is called Kickball. And you can kind of see it's sort of an orangey, brownish cream color. And it's got a little bit of peach in there, I'd say, like a peachy coral. I got 3 skeins of that. It was $5.98 a piece. Puzzle has been a little weird on my Walmart app lately. Sometimes it appears, sometimes it disappears. So I don't know what they're getting in new colors or what, but this showed up one night when I was searching for Premier Puzzle yarn, and I went click, because if I can get it for $5.98, it was a good price. So like I said, there won't be too many more yarn acquisitions, but what you'll start seeing is yarn that I have shown on the channel will show up in blankets that I am making for Project Linus. One of the blankets that we talked about last time that I was working on was, I think it's called Cloudy Sky is the colorway. And I made this blanket. It's a pretty full size, it's a throw size blanket, like for a kid. And it is, in real life, you can't see the delineations like there are between that first and second skein. All that color sort of blends together. It's showing up more. See, it gets more modeled as you look at it. This is called the Suzette Stitch blanket. There's a free tutorial that is on YouTube that has it. It's very easy to do. I used a size O hook, which I think is a 12mm hook. I used a Prim O, which I have a full set of the large and a full set of the small hooks. So I used that. I really like this blanket. You probably will see this blanket again. It is not a yarn eater, and it comes out to a pretty large size, and this is 4 skeins. So I'm going to fold this in half so you can see how big it is. It's my wingspan, sort of. Not really my wingspan, but half, 2/3 of my wingspan, and it's long. So it comes out really nice, really, really nice. The second blanket that I got done is a free pattern from Yarnspirations. This is a chevron blanket, and this is Bernat blanket stripes in the color Buffed Stone. I'm going to hold it this way because that would be the way that a kid would use this, because it's longer this way than it is this way. So that's 4 skeins of Buff Stone. The pattern normally calls for 5, but I only used 4 because that's typically what I use with a blanket, is 4 skeins. And you can see all the pretty colors. It is not color controlled at all. You can tell that because there's wider parts and there's skinnier parts on it. But the chevron blanket is a pattern that's specifically done for the striped yarn. And it turned out really nicely. I think I used a size M hook for that, which is a 9mm hook. Again, it was a Prim hook. The ends are not tucked in on this blanket, but that's not a problem because tucking in ends doesn't take any hardly time at all, so I will do that right before they're donated. You know, I'll wash them up before I donate them. And then this goes this way. I was thinking it went the other way. Actually, it goes this way. This is another Suzette blanket. And Suzette stitch, for those who don't know, is a single crochet and a double crochet in the same stitch, skip a stitch, repeat. You end with a single crochet, and then you chain 1, flip it over, and start over again. So, like I said, I'll try and link to the tutorial and to the chevron pattern in the notes, just in case you're interested. Like I said, the Suzette blanket, really easy, nice and repetitive, nice TV watching type pattern. I don't remember what this colorway is, but it was in my stash and they needed blankets for boys. So that was what I did, was 3 blankets for boys. Typically blue, brown, those are boy colors. I know I know that no color is masculine or feminine. There are women that love blue. I love blue to wear blue. Although you wouldn't know it because I'm wearing black and gray today. That's what I pulled out of the closet this morning. And I know that there are plenty of boys that like pink and purple. So, but whatever. So I picked typical colors that males would enjoy. The next blanket I'm working on is another chevron blanket. This is, I've got to put it closer to you, and I'm sorry if this is eye searing, but you've got to see the colors close up to be able to delineate that it goes from the bottom of that screen. If you look in the middle, it goes dark purple, neon pink, neon orange, sort of a plum color, and then back to the dark purple again. And this is called neon plum, is the colorway. So again, this will be a chevron blanket out of that free pattern from Lion Brand. Or not Lion Brand, from Yarnspirations. What am I saying? From Yarnspirations, of course. I liked the neon. I needed something bright with everything going on. I wanted a bright color. And then this is a project, I can't remember whether or not we talked about it before. I am on my last skein of this, which is Lion Brand Homespun in the Painted Desert colorway. You can kind of see there's blues and oranges and browns in there. They're all kind of modeled together. But when I'm using a Lion Brand pattern that's called the Easy Triangle Shawl. Starts out with a few stitches at the bottom, and then you gradually increase one stitch. If you've ever made Grandma's Easy dishcloth pattern, it's knit one, yarn over, knit the rest of the row. That's the entire pattern. And I'm using a 7mm needle, which is an Addy needle, and I am using, which translates to a 10.75 US needle. So that's not a common US size, it's a European size, but I think the pattern recommends an 11, and when I knit loosely, I do not tension my yarn, so I always need to go down a little bit, and a 10.5 was too small for me. And this has nice drape on it, as you can see. So that is all of the podcast. Like I said, you will be seeing yarn that is in the collection right now. I have a lot of blanket yarn that I can make blankets out of. So you'll be seeing all kinds of different kinds of blankets, not just all Bernat blanket yarn. I'm going to try to do some variations on it, because I do have some yarn that's worsted. My next project will probably be a Halloween Afghan or Halloween blanket, because I have some Joann's Big Twist yarn that is the Halloween yarn in Jack-o'-lantern, and then I have some black Big Twist to go with it. I don't know what I'm going to make with it yet. I'm debating whether I want to make a ripple Afghan or not. I'm debating whether I want to double the yarn and just make a granny square Afghan and call it good. I don't really know. So we'll have to see. So if you have any ideas for Big Twist, leave that in the comments. Leave a comment about what you are working on. And please do like this video. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe below. And as always, go craft something. It's really good for your mental health. It's been excellent for mine, especially these days with doing both recovery and job search. So have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.